which molecule contains a carbon-carbon double bond. Here some options are given. Right, students? In order to choose the correct options, we will write their structures. Then we will find which compound will contain carbon-carbon double bond. Now students, we will start the question. The first molecule, option number A, which is given is ethane. Right, students? We know what is the structural formula for ethane. This is the condensed structural formula, CH3 CH3. In the option number B, which is given, is ethene. Eth shows there are two carbon atoms, and ene shows there is a double covalent bond between both the carbon atoms. Right, students? So we will write the option number B, that is ethene. H2C double bond CH2. Then option number D is ethyne. Eth shows there are two carbon atoms, and ine shows both the carbon atoms are connected with the help of triple covalent bond. So this is the structure for ethyne. And option number D is ethyl alcohol. Option number D is ethyl alcohol. Right, students? So we will write ethyl alcohol, CH3 CH2 OH. Now students, once again we will see what question is given. In the question we are asked to choose the molecule which contain carbon-carbon double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond. Now students, here we have written their structures are written in front of you. Right, students? And we will choose the correct one. Here we can notice option number B, that is ethene. This molecule contains carbon-carbon double bond. So what is the correct option, students? The correct option is option number B. It contains carbon-carbon double bond. I hope this question is clear to you, students. Now let's see what is the next question. In the next question which is given is, which product is obtained when chloromethane is reduced? Students, we know very well what is meant by reduction. Addition of hydrogen is known as reduction. In order to find the correct answer, we will do the reduction of chloromethane, which is also known as methyl chloride. Now students, we will write the reaction of chloromethane. Right, students? We have chloromethane here, that is CH3Cl. This is chloromethane or methyl chloride. Students, we know very well, we have learned in the chapter, for the reduction of chloromethane, we must require zinc with HCl. Zinc in the presence of aqueous HCl. Right, students? Zinc on reaction with aqueous HCl will produce atomic hydrogen. 2 moles of atomic hydrogen are produced, students. Right, students? So we will see what is the reaction when 2 moles of hydrogen are produced. Right, students? Here we have the 2 moles of hydrogen gas. So we see what reaction will occur. Here we have 2 moles of hydrogen. So 1 hydrogen atom is added to methyl part of the molecule, and another hydrogen atom is added to chlorine. So out of 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen added to methyl part, and the second hydrogen atom added to chlorine. Right, students? So after the reaction, the product which is formed is, we get CH3 plus H, that is CH4 plus HCl. Students, we write the reaction, right, students, here, and then we will choose the product which is obtained if we do the reduction of chloromethane. This is the reduction of chloromethane. What product is formed here? Methane and HCl. Now student, we will choose the correct answer, option number A, that is ethane. Ethane is not produced, so that's why this option is not correct. This option is not correct since ethane is not produced. The second option is ethene. Right, students? Ethene is also not produced, so that's why this option is also not correct. Option number C, methane. We see here methane is produced, that's why this option is correct. Ethyne is also not produced, so that's why this option is also not correct. So students, what is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is option number C, that is methane. I hope this question is clear to you, students. Now, students, we will see what is the next question. In the next question, we are asked to choose which of the following will react explosively with methane. यानी इनमें से कौन सा वाला हेलोजन जो है वो मीथेन के साथ एक्सप्लोसिवली रिएक्ट करेगा. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, एज वी हैव लर्न इन द चैप्टर व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ द रिएक्टिविटी ऑफ हेलोजन विद alkanes. Since the order of reactivity of halogen with alkanes is fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. So students, this order shows that fluorine reacts explosively with methane. So what is the correct option here? Option number A is correct. Right students? I hope this is clear to you, students. Now we will see the next question. In the next question, ethane and ethyne can be differentiated by, students, we are choose these processes, right students, among these processes which is used to differentiate between ethane and ethyne. इन प्रोसेसेस में से हम चूज़ करेंगे कि किस प्रोसेस की हेल्प से हम इथीन और इथाइन को डिफ्रेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. फर्स्ट वन इज द फर्स्ट option which is given is hydrogenation. Hydrogenation. Students, to understand this concept, we will write the structure of ethene as well as ethyne. Students, we know the structure of ethene is H2C double bond CH2. This is the structure of ethene. Right students? Similarly, we write the structure of ethyne HC triple bond CH. This is the structure of ethyne. Students, these structure shows that both ethene and ethyne, they are unsaturated hydrocarbons, because in ethene we have double covalent bond between two carbon atoms. Similarly, in ethyne we have triple covalent bond between two carbon atoms. Right students? So their structure shows that both are unsaturated hydrocarbon. Right students? Now we'll see what is the first process, hydrogenation. Hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen. Right students? Now ethene can add hydrogen as well as ethyne can also add hydrogen. Since both are unsaturated, हम दोनों के अंदर हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर सकते हैं. Right students? After the addition, finally ethene changes to ethane and ethyne finally changes to ethane. That's why hydrogenation cannot be used to differentiate between ethene and ethyne. हाइड्रोजनेशन की हेल्प से हम इथीन और इथाइन में डिफ्रेंशिएशन नहीं कर सकते. That's why this option is not correct. Now next option which is given is bromine water. Students, we know very well what is the color of bromine water. Bromine water is reddish brown in color. Right students? Bromine water can added in unsaturated hydrocarbons and the color of bromine water will be discharged. It becomes colorless. जब हम ब्रोमीन वाटर को अनसैचुरेटेड कंपाउंड्स के अंदर ऐड करते हैं, ठीक है, तो ब्रोमीन वाटर का जो रेडिश ब्राउन कलर है वो डिस्चार्ज हो जाता है या फिर कलरलेस हो जाता है. राइट स्टूडेंट्स? नाउ सी द कंपाउंड्स विच आर गिवन. वन इज इथीन एंड अदर इज इथाइन. Both compounds are unsaturated. Both compounds can add bromine water and bromine water becomes colorless in both the compounds. दोनों compounds के अंदर bromine water colorless हो जाएगा. Right students? So that's why bromine water can also not used to do the differentiation between ethene and ethyne. That's why this option is also not correct. This option is also not correct. Now students, we will see the next option which is given. The next option which is given is strong alkaline aqueous solution of KMnO4. Dear students, as we have learned in the chapter, alkenes, they can react with dilute alkaline solution of KMnO4. Alkenes जो हैं वो dilute solution of alkaline KMnO4 से react कर सकते हैं. Right students? While alkynes, they cannot react with dilute alkaline solution of KMnO4. They can only react with strong alkaline solution of KMnO4, and finally they will form the product that is oxalic acid. Right students? So by the help of this reaction, that is, if we react with alkynes with strong alkaline solution of KMnO4, right students, we get the oxalic acid. Only alkynes can react with strong alkaline solution of KMnO4. So this is the correct option. Right students? So what is the correct option here? The correct option is option number C, that is strong alkaline KMnO4. Now students, we will see why option number D is not correct. What is the option number D? That is hydrohalogenation. Hydrohalogenation means addition of hydrogen along with halogen. ठीक है, या सिंपल वर्ड से हम कह सकते हैं एडिशन ऑफ हैलोजन एसिड्स. हैलोजन एसिड्स कौन से होते हैं? HCl, HBr, HI एटसेट्रा. ठीक है, हाइड्रोहैलोजिनेशन, एडिशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन along with halogen. Now students, here we can notice ethene and ethine both are unsaturated hydrocarbons, so both can add halogen acids. हम दोनों के अंदर halogen acids को add कर सकते हैं. That's why this option is also not correct. ये वाला ऑप्शन भी करेक्ट ऑप्शन नहीं है. The option which is correct is strong alkaline solution of KMnO4. Students, I hope this question is clear to you. Now students, we will see the next question which is given. The next question which is given is, which is used for dehydrohalogenation. इनमें से हम कौन सा वाला reagent यूज करेंगे for the purpose of dehydrohalogenation? Students, we must know what is mean by dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation, it means removal of hydrogen along with halogen. Removal of hydrogen along with halogen. Right students, from adjacent carbon atoms. Now students, for the purpose of dehydrohalogenation, which reagent will be used? Bromine water. That is not correct. Right students, concentrated sulfuric acid, since concentrated sulfuric acid is used for dehydration, that is for the removal of water. Alumina or aluminium oxide, this is also used for dehydration, that means for the removal of water. Then option number D, alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide. Students, this reagent is used for the dehydrohalogenation of अल्काइल हैलाइड्स. हम इस रिएजेंट को यूज़ करते हैं डिहाइड्रोहैलोजिनेशन के लिए. ठीक है, ताकि मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर डबल या ट्रिपल बॉन्ड ला सकें. सो विच ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट स्टूडेंट्स? The option which is correct is the option number D. Option number D is correct. Option number A is not correct. Similarly, B is not correct and C is not correct. The option which is correct is option number D. I hope this is clear to you students. Now we will see the next question. The next question is, which substance react with KMnO4 to produce oxalic acid? Among these, we are asked to choose the substance which reacts with potassium permanganate and produce oxalic acid. Now students, we know very well potassium permanganate reacts with unsaturated hydrocarbon. ये सिर्फ unsaturated hydrocarbon से react करता है. ठीक है. Now to find the correct answer, we will write the structure of the given molecules. In the option number A, ethane is given. We know what is the condensed formula for ethane, CH3CH3. Right students? For ethene, we have H2C double bond CH2. For ethyne, we have HC triple bond CH. And for ethyl alcohol, the formula is CH3CH2OH. Now students, we will choose the correct option. Here we can notice the option number A is ethane. The structural formula for ethane is CH3CH3, which shows that ethane is a saturated compound. Since ethane is a saturated compound, so that's why it will not react with potassium permanganate. That's why this option is not correct. This is not correct. Right, students? This option is not correct. Now, students, we will see the option number B. Option number B is ethene. This is the structural formula for ethene, that is H2C double bond CH2. Students, we here formula shows that ethene is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Right, students, it can react with potassium permanganate, but ethene can form ethylene glycol और इथेन 1,2-डाइओल, यानी अगर हम इथीन को पोटाशियम परमैंगनेट से रिएक्ट करेंगे, इन द चैप्टर वी हैव लर्न द प्रोडक्ट विच इज फॉर्म व्हेन वी रिएक्ट इथीन विद पोटाशियम परमैंगनेट, द प्रोडक्ट विच इज फॉर्म्ड इज इथाइलिन ग्लाइकोल. इथाइलिन glycol. This product is formed if we react ethene with potassium permanganate. Right, students? So that's why this option is also not correct, since here we get ethylene glycol. Now the next option which is given is ethyne. This is the structural formula for ethyne. This structural formula shows that there is a triple covalent bond between two carbon atoms. It means ethynes are, alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So ethyne can react with KMnO4. Right, students? If we react ethyne with potassium permanganate, we get oxalic acid. Oxalic acid is produced if we react ethyne with potassium permanganate. So dear students, what is the correct option here? The correct option is option number C, that is ethyne. Right, students? Now we will see why option number D is not correct. This is the formula for alcohol, CH3CH2OH. This formula shows that alcohols are saturated compounds. They are saturated compounds, that's why they will not react with potassium permanganate. Right, students? So that's why this option is also not correct. I hope this question is clear to you, students. Now we will see the next question which is given. In the next question, we are asked to choose which process produced an alkane from an alkene. Right, students? We are asked to choose the process which is used to produce alkane from alkene. किस प्रोसेस की हेल्प से हम alkene से alkane produce कर सकते हैं? ठीक है. The first process which is given is combustion. Now students, we write the structure of both the compounds. Right, students? We write the structure. Alkane, for example, we have alkane like ethane, CH3. This is alkane. Right, student? This is alkane. Alkene, for example, we have ethene, CH2 double bond CH2. This molecule is alkene. We are asked to choose the process which is used to produce alkane from alkene. Right, students? हम किस प्रोसेस की हेल्प से alkane से alkene को प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं? Now combustion. Students, if we do the combustion of alkene, अगर हम alkene, that is ethene, अगर हम इसकी combustion करेंगे, combustion means burning. अगर हम इस alkenes को burn करेंगे, carbon will burn to form carbon dioxide and hydrogen will burn to form water. So that's why alkane are not produced if we do the combustion of alkene. Alkene की combustion करने से alkanes produce नहीं होंगे. That's why option number A is not correct. Right, students? Second option which is given is hydration. Hydration का क्या मतलब है? Addition of water. Addition of water is known as hydration. Right, students? Now alkenes are unsaturated compounds. Right, students? So we can add water to alkenes. But if we add water to alkenes, we get alcohols. एल्कीन्स के अंदर जब हम वाटर ऐड करते हैं तो हमें क्या प्रोडक्ट मिलता है? एल्कोहल्स. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स? बट हियर वी आर आस्क्ड टू चूज द प्रोसेस विच इज यूज्ड टू प्रोड्यूस एल्केन. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स? सो दैट्स व्हाई ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज आल्सो नॉट करेक्ट. दिस ऑप्शन इज नॉट करेक्ट. Now students, we will see the next option which is given, that is dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water or loss of water. Removal of water or loss of water. Students, here we can notice alkenes are unsaturated compounds and they are hydrocarbons. Only they are made up of carbon and hydrogen. Oxygen is not present in the structures of alkenes, right students? So that's why we cannot do dehydration of alkenes. हम एल्कीन की डिहाइड्रेशन नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि एल्कीन्स के अंदर ऑक्सीजन मौजूद नहीं है. दैट्स वाई ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज ऑल्सो नॉट करेक्ट. ये वाला ऑप्शन भी करेक्ट नहीं है. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ वी विल सी द ऑप्शन नंबर डी. नाउ सी व्हाट ऑप्शन नंबर डी इज देयर. हाइड्रोजिनेशन. Hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen. Students, if we add hydrogen in alkene, यानी अगर इथीन के अंदर हम हाइड्रोजन को ऐड कर दें, right students, then the final product which is obtained is CH3. यानी अगर हम एल्कीन की हाइड्रोजनेशन करते हैं, एल्कीन के अंदर हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर देते हैं इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ निकल एज ए कैटलिस्ट, राइट स्टूडेंट्स, 200 to 300 degree centigrade temperature is required to do the reaction. Then ethene changes to ethane, alkene changes to alkane. Right students, so that's why this option is correct option. By this option we can convert an alkene into alkane. Right students, I hope this question is clear to you students. Now let's see the next question. In the next question we are asked to choose which compound does not react with aqueous solution of bromine. इनमें से कौन सा कंपाउंड है जो एक्वस ब्रोमीन से रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड द करेक्ट ऑप्शन वी विल write the structures of these compound. The first compound which is given is C2H6. This is the molecular formula for the compound. We write its condensed structure, that is CH3CH3. Right student, this is the condensed structure for C2H6. Similarly, the second compound is given is C2H4. We will write its condensed structural formula, that is H2C double bond CH2. The third compound which is given is C2H2. Its condensed structure is HC triple bond CH. And the fourth compound which is given is C3H6. We will write its condensed structural formula, that is H3C CH double bond CH2. Right students, now we have the condensed structural formula for all the compounds. Now let's see what is the correct answer. Once again we will see what is the question. Which compound does not react with aqueous solution of bromine? We are asked to choose which compound does not react with aqueous solution of bromine. Students, we know very well aqueous solution of bromine is known as bromine water. Right students, so if we add bromine water in unsaturated compounds, then the reddish brown color of bromine water will discharge. Bromine water becomes colorless, right? And it becomes colorless in unsaturated compounds. So it means bromine water does not react with saturated compound. Right student, now we'll choose which compound is not unsaturated, or actually which compound is saturated. Now see the first option, CH3. Here we observe the single covalent bond between carbon atom. Right students, presence of single covalent bond shows that option number A is correct because the compound is unsaturated. So this is the correct option. Now option number B, we can notice here there is a double covalent bond between two carbon atoms. This is unsaturated compound, so it will react with bromine water. So that's why this is not correct. Option number C, we have ethyne which has triple covalent bond between carbon atom. That's why this is also not correct. And option number D, the molecule is propene having double covalent bond between two carbon atoms. So that's why this is unsaturated and it is not correct. Right students, so which compound does not react with bromine, aqueous solution of bromine? It must be a saturated compound, which is option number A. Students, I hope multiple choice questions are clear to you.